Well, hello everyone. Thank you for watching today. I want you to please ask yourself if you want Hillary Clinton to be the role model for your daughters. Do you want her values, which includes mocking God, the values of your children? Hillary claims to be the advocate of all women's rights in the United States. Is she? I want you to stay tuned and find out what you are supporting and who you are supporting when you support Hillary Clinton. If you do not speak out for biblically based Christian values according to the gospel of Jesus Christ and Him crucified, if we do not let those values be heard and our voices be heard, I am calling Christian women to rise and rebuke the lies of Hillary concerning our rights as women, Christian, believing women. Hillary is a feminist. Her values are feminist values that mock God on every issue she claims that she promotes. This is the year to decide. Women of God, this year, we will either claim our children and our nation, our families and our home for God, or we're going to hand them over to Hillary and her untoward mafia. Do you think our White House should become another Clinton's house of ill repute? Are you ready for Hillary 2016? You need to know and understand this is the hour for decision. Go call your friends and tell them Faye is on. It's time for the truth to prevail. And women who believe that Jesus is Lord, it's time for us to speak up, speak out, and vote for life. Don't get confused with all of the rhetoric. Don't get confused of the holier than thou. Don't let the media twist the truth. And don't let the silence of Christian leaders take our country down the path that it is rapidly going, straight to the portals and gates of hell. I am Faye Harding, and this is Well, welcome back, everyone, and I want to just quickly, before we get into our program, to thank every person that has helped sponsor our prayer summits. The first one in St. Augustine, as we avenge the blood of the Huguenots and the slaves. We just got back from Albuquerque, the greatest meeting we've ever had, and I've been going to Albuquerque for 10 years, most of the time playing my own way, picking up the bill for everything because there's such an oppression and spirit of poverty over the Christians in Albuquerque and lethargy. But we had an awesome summit that avenged the blood of the Sephardic Jews. We had the best teachers and ministers. Our prayer pilgrimage was like none else. We had 2 field vans, 15 each. We had another van to follow us. We had cars following them as we went down the highway of tears in New Mexico and avenged the blood of the Sephardic Jews. It was unprecedented. The tapes are going to be available pretty soon. But you guys, some of you that I've never met, gave to help us with these 2 summits. We're going to be in Tulsa for our last prayer summit on November the 4th and 5th, and we want our Oklahoma people to know about it. We want you to get in touch with us, get all of the information, but also the sponsors have been unbelievable. We're going to avenge the blood of the Native Americans, and I do feel every time we obey God and we're claiming the history of this country from the onset of the discoverers and the founders, this nation was based on Judeo-Christian values. Thank you for those that sent $500. Many of you did. Some sent $1,000, but it cost me thousands of dollars for just one event, and that's just to pay for what we do. That doesn't give any additional funds into our television ministry, paying our bills, living on a budget that you couldn't believe. We do more with nothing than $1 million ministries do with everything they've got to work with, because we know the will of God, the plan of God, and we're believing that as we uncover the truth about America's true history and heritage, about the sacrifices the early believers had martyred because of their faith in Jesus Christ. From a Protestant perspective, they would not join the world religion. The same thing happened with the Jews. They were martyred because they would not convert to a one world religion. And we are taking those errors and mistakes and sins, giving them to God. And our prayer warriors are literally so excited. So today, if you want to be a part of a ministry that's bringing returns, everybody that's touching this ministry is getting blessed beyond measure. Healings. We are having cancers disappear. We are having back issues that people have not been able to get over, healed by the power of God. We're bringing in the shofars with Step by Step Ministries, Jim Barbarossa, and the sound of that shofar over our intercessors is bringing unprecedented miracles. I have a little shofar. It's on my website, and I used to give it for $50 donations, but I am now offering it to our television audience for $25 inclusive, because you need it. It's from Jerusalem. It sounds just like shofars that we can't blow. I'll tell you more about this in just a few minutes. But we've got to get America back. The children of God have got to speak out. And we need you to stand and take a stand with one born-again, spirit-filled, prophetic woman of God that will say to Hillary to her face, you do not represent America's values. These values were based on life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, not on Saul Alinsky and his criminal plan for America to eliminate God, Christianity. You and I, our families, our colleges, our universities, they've had them too long. So stay tuned. I want you to know that today we are on the cutting edge and of the planned destruction of America. We are at the door. I don't know if this program, I hope you haven't voted already. And I want, if you're not going to choose life, if you're not going to choose life when you vote, don't vote. But for Christian women, for you to stand back and turn this country over to Hillary Clinton and the sick, twisted thinking that she has literally imputed, led the way all over this country, God is going to deal harshly with you. I've been talking to career women. Many places I go, we watch your show, Faye. These are women that make a lot of money. They're educated, but they're sitting on the pews of a church so they make sure that nobody's offended. God's not pleased with that. He's ready for the women that He's brought to the forefront. Those business women, those professional women, those women that really profess to know Jesus Christ and live the life that He expects them to live, but they don't say a thing. God's not pleased that this woman has made it this far, that the world thinks that she represents the Christian women and the women of America. I want to tell you more about her, so I want you to, I literally want you to call your friends. Also, our program airs on YouTube. You can go to Insight USA, YouTube, Insight USA, and these programs are archived. And because people know that, it is amazing how many people are going to that program. My doctors, I was in my doctor's office a few weeks ago, and and she's one of the top chiropractors in America, dealing with the issues of my health with my back and bringing me back to health. And she said, she has a large doctor's office. She said, Faye, you won't believe what we did yesterday. I said, what? She said, we sat here and watched your shows on YouTube. I said, you're kidding. And she said, they are tremendous. She said, we cannot believe how focused and how professional, because when I go in the doctor's office, I don't have makeup. My hair is an everyday look, and I'm casually dressed because I've had to go for a year. I've been under doctor's cares, and she'd never seen me prepare for television. And when she saw our show compared to my everyday look, she was amazed. And this is because of the YouTube. I also want to tell you now that we are going to be on, by the time this show airs, I'm going to be on Facebook Live. It's Facebook, it's Facebook /Faye Hardin, Facebook /Faye Hardin. And I'm going to be on Facebook Live, 3 o'clock on Mondays and 3 o'clock on Wednesdays. I'm going to update you to what is going on politically every week, twice a week. We must bring the lies down. We must tell these feminist women who are atheists, anti-God, anti-Christian, anti-Bible, you do not speak for us. And I'm the only conservative, born-again, spirit-filled Christian in the media from a Christian perspective, a Christian program. But my program is airing all over the country on secular programs. And people are watching them. And you need to get a list, and you can go on my website, insightUSA.us, and see the stations that we're on. But DirecTV, we're on once a week. GEB, channel 363, out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, at 1:30 Central Time. You don't want to miss it. I'll be right back. Well, Oklahoma, I'm coming to Tulsa. You've been calling, writing. When are you coming, Faye? I just want Oklahoma to know. We will be in Tulsa, or just 20 minutes from Tulsa, at the Two Rivers Church. The pastor is Dr. Big Pond. We want you there. We're going to be avenging the blood of the Trail of Tears, redeeming the land. Our leaders are coming in, our intercessors are coming from across the country to have a prayer pilgrimage to redeem the land just before the election. We'll start on Friday morning. Our meeting will begin around 8:30, and then Saturday again at 8:30. Dr. Big Pond will be speaking on Thursday night. I will be speaking on Friday night. Our leadership seminars are second to none. Tulsa, we are training intercessors to be eagles. Meet us there. Well, welcome back. I want to make a correction that I said that our program was on GEB TV, channel 363, DirecTV nationwide, on Mondays at 1:30. It is not. It's Mondays at 1 o'clock Central Time, GEB. And you can download that on your phone and get it anywhere you go. So be sure and watch our program. Also to YouTube. You can get it on YouTube if you want friends to see it. And a lot of people are saying, thank goodness we can direct our friends to see this program on YouTube, Insight USA, anytime you like. We're also going to be going on Facebook, Faye Hardin, on Facebook Mondays and Wednesdays at 3 p.m. I'm going to be giving you updates every week. I'm going to be correcting the twisted truth of Hillary Clinton, of Barack Obama, and their Saul Alinsky crime families. Our truth has been so twisted. And every Monday at 3 o'clock and Wednesdays at 3 o'clock, Facebook/Faye Hardin. Don't miss it. We want you to get the updates. The thing that I want every Christian woman to know, I've asked you to go to my website, make a $10 donation, and let me know that you're standing with me on behalf of Christian women, and we're going to rebuke Hillary Clinton for her proclamation that she is the leader of the women's rights movement in this nation. She must be rebuked. Let me tell you what Hillary Clinton stands for. And if you don't vote, you're voting for Hillary Clinton. Christian women, you must rise. God said that we're to teach our children and our children's children the righteousness of God in Christ. Let me just show you what you're doing and the cover-up for this woman and who she is, what she represents, and the godless behavior that she promotes and wants our tax dollars, insist that our tax dollars fund worldwide, is bringing the judgment of God on this nation. She must be rebuked. It's not up to Donald Trump to take on Hillary Clinton. It's not up to any politician to take on Hillary Clinton. It's up to the women of God. And they're saying that the women are going to vote Hillary. The majority of women. Well, let me show you something. This is the Face Facts that I write every week. It's one of the most sought after publications that guides intercessors every week what to pray for, what to pray against, the biblical Bible studies, and the biblically based prayer points you need to get on our mailing list. However, you will not stay on it if you do not choose to be a partner or one-time gift that will cover the cost of receiving this every week for a year. So just because you get on our mailing list does not give you eternity if I never hear from you. So get our Face Facts, understand what is taking place. In this Face Facts specifically, I put out a press release after the first debate, and it said it goes to thousands and thousands of people. And another thing, if you go on my website, insightUSA.us, you can add your email address, enter your email address, and you will get my my press releases and my email blast on a regular basis that keeps you updated on what is going on from a biblical, Christian, born-again, Spirit-filled believer's eyes. I make no grounds that there's a middle ground. There isn't. There's no such thing as a moderate. And in my Bible, there's no such thing as purgatory. You're either with God or you are not with God. You're going to be blessed by God or you're going to be cursed by God based on your actions, your confessions, and your lifestyle. In this press release I sent out a few weeks ago, and it said, twisting truth, mocking God, exploiting youth. I've spent my whole life fighting for children. That's what Hillary says. She spent her whole life fighting for children. What is she fighting for? The abortion of the unborn, up until euthanasia. That's what she fights for children. What else does she fight for? She's fighting that the transgender, that God doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't create male or female. You're an it to Hillary Clinton. And if you think that you were born a male and all of a sudden you feel like you're a female, that's all that matters. God just made a mistake. So you can be a female. You can run with females. You can go into female bathrooms or males. God doesn't know what he's doing. That's Hillary's mindset. Twisted. You might be right, it's twisted. Women of God, where are you? I'm hearing from some, but not many, that many of you are still looking and not acting. What does it take? You go to insightUSA.us and you make a $10 donation, leave me your email address, and say, Faye, I'm going to stand with you. This is not going to be allowed another minute that Hillary Clinton is the role model from our nation of any woman. She's a feminist. Hillary Clinton wants Christians to give up Bible beliefs. Not only that, she's going to mandate that they give up their Bible beliefs. In this particular Face Facts, this is what I reported a couple of weeks ago. And it is the Face Facts if you want to get it, because you can go on my website, they're archived, or you can write me, but I think this is October the 10th. But this is what's happened. U.S. soldier removing cross is attack on Christianity. The U.S. soldier assigned to the Camp Marble in northern Afghanistan said the removal of a cross from an army chapel has created huge controversy. Again, a Marine court-martialed for refusing to remove the Bible verse. And it goes, Obama administration threatens military chaplain for Christian beliefs. This is an entire newsletter of the war on Christianity. And then I teach Judges 19 and 20 that shows you how God begins to fight for people who hold up his cause. We've got conservative Christians. Be assured that President Hillary Clinton will declare war on you. These facts she's come out in My Face Facts. You don't have an either or. You either sit home and you think that, well, I'm not responsible for anything. Well, you are. And I think it's a shame that the millions of Christian women, Christian broadcasters, I go to women's conferences in Florida, 10 to 15,000 women in one meeting. Where is your stand for God? In my Albuquerque meetings this last weekend, all I could ask is, where are the witnesses? Where are God's witnesses? Hillary Clinton is wicked. She does not speak for me. I wish that I had 5 minutes with her, face to face. I would like to tell her, you've got a God that could heal your marriage. You've got a God that could save your daughter. Do you think Hillary Clinton would ever prop her daughter up on an abortion table and let people who are not allowed in hospitals suck the brains out of her grandchild? She brags about my grandchildren. Well, she could give a flip about your grandchild. Flush it down an abortion toilet. And we'll make sure that the taxpayers pay for it. She could care less about your daughter. They're committing suicide, our teenagers, because the information there that's being forced on them by Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, and the wicked judges are confusing them. Well, you're not really a girl. There's no such thing. Just pretend. Will you go to my website? Call me right now. I'll be right back. Hi, I just want to take a minute and recruit prayer ministry leaders to pray with me. One of our partners in Lubbock, Texas, created a cliche and came up to me one day in Lubbock at one of our rallies and said, we need to pray with Faye for the USA. We've been taking that message forward, but prayer ministries, you must come higher. We are losing our nation, and the lack of knowledge is why people perish. You need to know that God is saying we will be delivered. You need to not doubt about when the end is going to come. The Lord has said we're going to reach the world with His gospel. It's going to take women of God. I'm asking women and couples, pastors, prayer ministry leaders, join our efforts to get the accurate information and to believe now. Well, our time goes so fast, but you can get the Face Facts. Want you to do it. I just touch on what we deal with every week. But my last question for you is, are you ready for Hillary 2016? Women of God, right now they're saying that the majority of women, registered women voters, will vote for Hillary Clinton. I've never been so insulted in my life, and you should feel the same way. In Oklahoma, we are coming November the 4th and 5th. We're going to be at the Morning Star Evangelistic Center with Dr. Nigel Bigpond. We will be there for our last prayer pilgrimage and our Prayer Warriors Leadership Summit. Oklahoma, you must let me know that you're coming. There's no charge, but the people who fly in and will be going on our prayer pilgrimages with us, which we're going to go to the beginning in Cherokee to the end of the Trail of Tears, and we're going to redeem that land, and we're going to commit it back to God. We're believing that the Native Americans are going to claim the gold, the silver. You are wealthy, but you voted Democrat so long, they expect you to do it again, and they're going to keep your wealth. You can't go for a pro-death platform, and that's what the Democrat Party brags about being, and get anything but death. You must choose life, which is the Republican platform. I'm not talking about people running for office, because I don't respect a tenth of the people running for office. I'll be honest with you. We've got to take back the pro-life platform. But Native Americans, did you know that the foreigners that are being brought here from the Middle East will end up with your land if you do not take a stand? Claim your land, claim your wealth. I can help you do that. Don't miss our prayer summit in Oklahoma. And it's outside of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Go on my website, or you can request the information on it, November 4th and 5th. And then Sunday morning, we're going to participate in Dr. Big Pine's church service. We're going to go and support him, hear him preach the gospel like nobody I've ever seen. I need for you today, I need $500 donations to help us pay the expenses of what we're doing with our prayer pilgrimages. Will you be a sponsor? We are taking the gospel. We're avenging the blood. We are redeeming the land, and we need your support. I want you to call 4 or 5 women and say, go on Faye's website and give her $10, or maybe $100, or maybe $1,000, or maybe $10,000, but make sure it's a 10. Will you say, I will stand with you as you take a stand against Hillary Clinton and her feminist mafia, these anti-God, anti-Bible, anti-life, and they accuse us of being everything if we do not conform to her agenda from hell. Are you going to just sit back and let them continue to force this godless agenda, mocking God and supporting it with tax dollars? Will you join me right now? Say, Faye, here's my $10, here's my $100, my $1,000, or $10,000, and I'm still waiting on the $100,000 that God showed me one of my viewers is thinking about. Release it in Jesus' name.
Powerful, informed, anointed, and united prayer networks in America for America. She is organizing Christians for the U.S. Constitution to give uncompromising believers back their voice and witness. If this program has blessed you and you believe in what Faye is doing, contact her, pray with and for her, partner with her. She would love for you to host an Insight rally in your church or city. Organize an Intercessors with Insight prayer team or join one. For a complimentary pocket-sized constitution or Faye's fax, call or email Faye 407-265-0700 or faye.usainsight@gmail.com. Write Insight USA, P.O. Box 917689, Longwood, Florida 32791.